welcome back everybody. Welcome to the channel. We're going to talk a bit today about how an accountant can help a not-for-profit and then specifically understand how an accountant has to work differently when they're working with a not-for-profit. And I'm going to go through a couple of areas where that is specifically different to when you work with a normal business. So the first area with not-for-profits, really the thing to know is not-for-profits don't make a profit, hence the name. And because they don't make a profit, they don't tend to pay income tax. So from that point of view, the way that normally a bookkeeper or an accountant would structure your whole accounting process is normally around getting to a profit figure, which you pay income tax on. Now, because a not-for-profit doesn't do that, one, that structure really doesn't add any value to them, and two, you can actually do some different stuff that does add some value to how they work. To flow onto that a bit more, a not-for-profit is more focused on their activity and what they're delivering, so what their purpose is. To understand how you can add value to that as an accountant, you need to understand what the purpose is and what the drivers of that purpose is. And that is what a not-for-profit is more interested in. What are the drivers of the underlying business? So is it how many clients they're seeing, how many bags they're packing, how many meals they're serving, how many rooms they're filling? What is it that's driving that business? So in developing a report that helps a not-for-profit understand its activities, you can help deliver a report that shows, if you like, the profitability of those activities, or more likely the cost of those activities. So a lot of not-for-profits I work for will have 3 or 4 streams of business that they're in. So they might be, so if it's a homeless not-for-profit that's helping the homeless, it might be, one might be giving out meals, another might be dealing with accommodation, another might be doing with crisis care. Each of those areas cost a certain amount to deliver and would have certain funding that would be associated with it, whether it be government grants or donations. What a not-for-profit wants to understand is the money that's being delivered or given to that organisation to deliver that service, is that being fully utilised? And quite often, is it being overutilised? Because we always want to give more than what we can. So, and that's very important in managing a not-for-profit, is that making sure that you're efficiently using the funds that you're getting for that purpose. So it's about structuring your reporting around the purpose, not around the profit. So that's probably the first one. The other one is that not-for-profits are always going to run out of cash, always. So no matter how big a not-for-profit is, so I've worked with some very large not-for-profits who have a nice cash reserve, but really that only lasts for about 6 months of their operation. So always in the back of the mind of a not-for-profit is that their funding could be turned off tomorrow. If their funding's turned off tomorrow, how long have they got to find new funding or to continue their purpose? So cash is always front of mind, even if they've got, guaranteed funding for a couple of years, whatever it is, it's always front of mind. So part of delivering value to a not-for-profit is actually the forward forecasting of their cash flows. Now, it sounds relatively simple and there's often not a lot of moving parts in it. So it's giving the board the transparency of what's going to happen into the future of their cash flow. So they can know what they've currently got, what their estimated expenditure is to deliver those services, and when do those funds become at risk. So when does the government have a review of the process? Is it all at risk? Is it just philanthropic donations that they're relying on, so it is all at risk? Having that view and understanding of their time frame is incredibly important to a not-for-profit and incredibly important to a board, because one of the peculiarities of not-for-profits in Australia is that they are all required to have a board. And under a board's obligations, there's more onus on them not trading while they're insolvent. So a board has an obligation to understand when and how they can pay their dues of their bills. So they're the two really key aspects of an accountant helping a not-for-profit, which is the same and difference to normal business, but it's really about understanding the activities, understanding the purpose and how well you deliver that, and understanding how much cash you got in the bank and how long that'll let you continue to deliver on your purpose. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and hit the subscribe, because I'm putting out new content every single week. For those of you running a not-for-profit, I've created a weekly health checklist. Now, if you click the link in the description below, I can email that through to you, and that will give you a start in helping managing the finances for your not-for-profit. I'll see you in next week's video.